Disney Princess Film History. Rapunzel. Disney's Tangled is the first Disney princess film that is not named after its origin story, the reason being for marketing purposes to make the film more gender neutral to its audience. In this version of the tale, Rapunzel shares the spotlight with another character, Flynn Rider, who himself replaces the role of the prince from the famous European origin fairy tale. One of the earliest known inspirations for Rapunzel lies in the story of Saint Barbara, a holy lady who is thought to have lived in 3rd century Nicomedia, present-day Turkey, or in Heliopolis of Phoenicia, present-day Lebanon. Her story was recorded by Jacobus de Vorgin, the Archbishop of Genoa, and published in the Legenda Aurea around 1275. According to the legend, Barbara, the beautiful and intelligent daughter of a wealthy pagan, was locked in a tower by her father, who intended to protect her from the world outside. During her time in captivity, she converted to the Christian religion and subsequently was tried before a court and eventually executed by her own father. The second early precedent is the tale of Rudabahr and Zal from the ancient Persian epic, the Shahnameh, the Book of Kings. It was written around 1,000 years ago and consisting of some 60,000 verses. This story, unlike the legend of St. Barbara, is the first tale to mention the young maiden's long hair. Unlike Barbara, Rudabahr is not kept in a tower against her will, but decamps there in order to meet with her true love Zal. A European version first appeared in print with Jamba Bitsa Basila Pentameone between 1634 and 1636. This story was titled Petrosinella, meaning Little Parsley. The Grimm's version, published in the 1812 Kinder unter Hausmärchen, added in a more adult detail, in Rapunzel becoming pregnant with the prince's child, twins in the Grimm's case. In the Brothers Grimm's story, the girl's name becomes Rapunzel, named after a type of lettuce, which is taken from a witch's orchard. From a scientific interpretation, the evil character can be portrayed as a witch or medicine woman who had mastered the use of remedial plants, capable of saving the mother from the complications of pregnancy. Such complications were, of course, an incredibly common event in 17th century Europe. Folkloric beliefs often regarded it as quite dangerous to deny a pregnant woman any food she craved, and consequently, family members would have gone to great lengths to secure such cravings. As a testament to the story's ability to inspire and entertain generations of readers, Rapunzel continues to influence popular culture internationally, lending plot elements, allusions, and tropes to a wide variety of artistic mediums. Its classic line of Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair has since become an idiom of popular culture. The tale has been translated into almost every language across the globe and is continuing to evolve in the present day. The concept of an animated film based on the Brothers Grimm fairy tale Rapunzel originated from Disney supervising animator Glenn Keane in 1996. In 2001, Keane pitched the idea to CEO Michael Eisner, who approved it, but requested the film to be computer animated. However, Keane was hesitant as he felt computer animation was not quite as fluid or organic as traditional animation. In October 2003, the film was announced as Rapunzel Unbraided as a computer animated feature scheduled for a 2007 release, which Keane described as a Shrek-like version of the film that revolved around an entirely different concept. On October 9, 2008, it was reported that Keane had stepped down as director due to other commitments and was replaced by the team of Brian Howard and Nathan Greno. The film was made using computer-generated imagery, CGI, although Tangled was modelled on the traditional look of oil paintings on canvas. The Rococo paintings of French artist Jean-Honoré Fragonard, particularly the swing, were used as references for the film's artistic style, a style described by Keane as romantic and lush. To create the impression of a painting, non-photorealistic rendering was used. Many of the techniques and tools that were required to give the film the quality Keane demanded did not exist when the project was started, and Walt Disney Animation Studios had to create them on their own. They used a new technique called multi-rigging, which is made up of multiple pairs of virtual cameras. Each pair is used individually on each separate element that adds depth to a scene, like background, foreground, characters, without adjusting for the relation with the other pairs. When sandwiched together later in production, the result was something that would be visually impossible in the real world, but which created an appealing look to the film. Animating hair turned out to be a challenge. Senior software engineer Kelly Ward spent 6 years writing programs to make it move the way they wanted. An improved version of a hair simulation program named Dynamic Wires was eventually used. In September 2009, it was announced that actress and singer-songwriter Mandy Moore, who previously worked with Disney on Brother Bear 2, had been cast as the voice of Rapunzel. Moore later expressed that she had dreamed to be a Disney princess since she was young, and said that with the role of Rapunzel she had fulfilled it. Mandy Moore said that Rapunzel was a relatable character and called her a Renaissance bohemian woman. Moore said Rapunzel is very independent, she can take care of herself, and she comes up with really entertaining ways to keep herself busy. The original music for the film was composed by Alan Menken, with lyrics written by Glenn Slater. For the songs, Moore recorded on a soundstage with a 65-piece orchestra under the supervision of Alan Menken. He attempted to blend medieval music with 1960s folk rock to create the new songs. The film reportedly cost more than $260 million to produce. In its first weekend of release, it was the highest opening for Walt Disney Animation Studios, surpassing The Lion King. Gail Cooper of NBC News expressed that Tangled may be the best Disney film of all time. Researching Rapunzel's outfit was difficult at first because I had no idea in what era the film was supposed to be set, but then I learned from an interview with the directors that it takes place in the 1780s. We also don't know what country Tangled is set in, but I think the fictional kingdom of Corona is most likely going to be off the mainland of Europe, somewhere near Germany. Rapunzel's dress is actually a traditional German dress called the Dirndl, with a longer skirt than a normal dress would sport. The dress itself consists of a corset top, lavender in colour and laced with a pink ribbon. The skirt is purple and decorated with swirl designs in pink, dark purple and white. She also wears a white petticoat underneath. The skirt's hemline is above her ankles. Her sleeves at the top are puffed and striped pink and lavender, and the rest is a pale baby pink, with white lace at the end. Although some women began experimenting with other styles, the two-piece gown, like the robe l'anglaise, was still the primary cut for women's dresses in this period. The split-skirt robe would have been worn over a separate skirt. Often, women got creative with decorative designs. Lastly, the violet colour of Rapunzel's dress didn't really exist until chemical dyes came into use. Rapunzel does not wear shoes, preferring to go barefoot. It was especially important for women, and even the very poor, to wear shoes if they could get them. But during this time period, going barefoot was a sign of public humiliation, forced on slaves and prisoners. Living in the tower all her life, Rapunzel wouldn't know that going without shoes was unusual, but Gothel would derive satisfaction from such a display of power. Rapunzel is the first Disney princess with magical abilities, the power to heal shown in her film. The directors wanted to make Flynn Rider the most handsome, most attractive male lead Disney has ever had. They held a large hot man meeting where they gathered around 30 women from the studio and asked them what they considered attractive in a man. After much deliberation, his look was eventually narrowed down to one concept drawing. Rapunzel is the last protagonist that animator Glen Keane created before his resignation from Disney. Keane was famous for animating other protagonists over the years, such as Ariel, the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, and Tarzan. Rapunzel is a face character in various Disney parks around the world, retaining long blonde hair as opposed to the short brown cut at the end of the film. In Florida, she can be found in the Magic Kingdom at the Princess Fairy Tale Hall for meet and greets. Aboard the Disney Cruise Line ships, Rapunzel and Flynn have been added to the long-running show The Golden Mickeys and are featured on the Disney Fantasy Cruise show Wishes. She is also planned to be painted onto the stern of the upcoming Disney Wish ship. In conclusion, Rapunzel's film made history in film technology, expenditure and artistic dedication. Rapunzel is a great role model, being one of the more active and independent princesses in the lineup. After years of being isolated from the world, she finds fun and creative ways to keep herself busy, something most of us have related to after spending more time at home due to a certain virus. I definitely think Rapunzel will be the best roommate to have in the quarantine. In the next and final video of this series, we'll be exploring the most recent heroine in the Disney princess lineup, Moana. Is Rapunzel your favourite Disney princess? Is there anything new that you learned about her film? Please like, comment and subscribe for more Disney related videos. Thank you for watching.